Hi, babes. And this is your if you need an answer right now reading. So, how this works is you hold the question in your mind as I'm shuffling, and then we'll pull some cards just around like the general energy around your question or your situation, and then we'll pull some cards to find out if it's a no or a go. So, let's start with the general energy around your question. So, hold your question in your mind. That was fast. Starting, we've got the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, this is telling us that like there's an ending, like a completion of something that's been difficult, having to do with your question. So let's get some more cards. Got a fuller story. We've got the Devil. There could be a Capricorn involved, but there's been some difficulty, and it seems like it's coming to an end. But you might have to go through like one more thing, one more moment or experience before like you get a resolution, sort of, in the situation. All right, let's pull more cards around the energy surrounding your situation. We've got the King of Cups. I like this because it comes right after the Devil. So there's like this help, and there's this like gentle, strong, like confident help with the situation. If it does have to do with love, like your whatever hardships were happening are starting to clear up, and it's going to get easier. Okay, let's get some more cards around the energy around your situation. Ooh. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So if this has to do with money, there are money making opportunities here right now, but you might be having trouble seeing them because something is ending or changing, and it's just got you in your head. You're feeling anxious. You're just like maybe a little bit overwhelmed, but there's a lot of opportunity for you to step into money here. And like job opportunities or ideas or ways for you just to like build your bank. The other cards that fell out are the Ace of Cups. So that came right after the Ace of Pentacles. So not only is there like opportunity for you to make money or like have a new love relationship, if your question has to do with either one, but there's like opportunity for beginnings for this person to come in like right now, or the situation to change like right now, and you to be able to be in charge, like feel like you're in charge, feel like you have a say. And there's also this moment of protection and like knowing what to do, knowing how to handle your like thoughts or the ideas or whatever's coming with it. Yes, you do have some anxiety. You do have just some nervousness, and you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed because this Devil card does not indicate like evil. It indicates like being overwhelmed or feeling anxious or just being in your head or being obsessed. And with that Ten of Swords, I think that, there is this ending that has needed to happen, and it is happening. And it's leading to new beginnings, and it's leading to you where you're feeling stronger and just feeling more confident because the King of Cups is the cup of confidence and just being like cool and suave. Yeah. And there could be a message coming in too, or a communication coming in. So if you're waiting to hear from something or someone, there that could come in. And in terms of how quickly that message might come in, ooh, that was a lot of cards. We're gonna take this one, something having to do with the number three. Uh, there could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, if it's a long term thing, 3 years. Um, but yeah, let's get some. We're gonna get some clarity on this Devil card, just because I'm curious to know a little bit more about it. So hold your question in your mind, and we're clarifying this Devil card having to do with your question or situation. We've got the Magician. Um, Either you or someone else trying to take control of something that is uncontrollable. So there's some aspect to it, whether it be like it's a process, some paperwork process, or some situation that needs to like work itself out, and somebody is trying to like take control of it when it's not controllable, or you're trying to make something happen faster, or yeah, there's just this level of wanting to make more decisions when it's not your decision in this moment, and that's okay. Uh, but that's what's really causing you the anxiety, and that's where that's coming from, of wanting to have a sense of control and remembering that life isn't controllable. It sucks, but it's not like we just have to like go with the flow or manage things and manage our reactions. Hi, Fun Cool. Welcome to the reading. Thank you for saying hi. Let's get some clarity on this King of Cups that came right after that Devil card. We've got the Chariot. So this change, the Chariot is the change coming in and the shift happening, and that's what is going to like make you feel more confident about the situation. It's going to make you more able to move through, or like maybe slip through unnoticed if that's what you need to do, or like charm people. But there's a lot of energy for you right now to, or for the situation, for the change and the movement, because we did have that Ten of Swords, which does indicate an ending, but it could be that ending and a movement to something easier. You know, the situation gets like softer, um, but that in this moment, you just kind of have to let the processes happen as they happen. All right, so now hold your question in your mind, and we're gonna ask the cards: is it a no or a go? So just kind of hold your question there and think about things. And we're asking the cards: is it gonna work out? Is it a no or a go? We've got the Page of Cups. I think it's a go, but and it's a go, but in this you're gonna have to learn through this situation because the page is this cup of learning and of growing. So this question or whatever is happening for you that you're here for this reading for, yes, I think it will work itself out in a positive way. Um, and there's a lot of cup energy, so this could have to do happen during a like water season, like Cancer season or Scorpio season. But it can work out. We're gonna get some more cards if it's a no or a go, and just around like the energy around that go, because I believe it is a go. We've got the Four of Cups, so more cup energy for you. The Four of Cups is this four in tarot is stability, but the Four of Cups is like not caring or feeling just like disengaged from something. And so yes, it's a go, but you have to like you're gonna have to put in a lot of work. You're gonna have to put your back into it. You know, you're gonna have to like try a different way or do something different, or if you're trying really hard right now to make it work out in one way, then you're gonna have to like it'll work out, but just in a different way, and it'll be positive, but just not in the way that you thought it would, and that's okay, right? Hi, Julia. Welcome to the reading. Thank you for coming in. All right, so let's get some more information on if this go that it is. We've got Judgment, number 20. So the decisions you make right now are very, very important. So in this moment when you're like feeling like you want to take control of the situation, you might even like literally be like trying to do spells and stuff. And that's cool if that's what's making sense for you. But it's very important that the decisions you make right now and how you move right now is going to affect the situation negatively or positively, and negatively only in that it could get a little, you could have to do a little bit more work before you see your resolution. But I don't think like it would like there I it would take a really big decision on your end to like derail the whole situation. And we've also got another cup, the Six of Cups. So reflect, the Six of Cups is a card of reflecting on the past, and it's a card of like children. So there might be children involved. But really, I'm gonna say the tarot is asking you to just like trust what you know, trust yourself, trust the things that you have learned in the past, the skills that you have learned. All of that stuff is really gonna work out, or is really gonna help you the situation to work out. All right. And then any just like last general messages from the universe about your situation. And then we're going to pull an oracle card too before we end the reading. And if anybody here has any questions, personal questions they want me to answer from the cards, you can drop it in the comments and I'll answer at the end. We've got the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is saying there's like still one more step that you have to do before you have that resolution. Because we had the Page of Cups in terms, that was the first card of is it a no or a go? And so I said, yes, it's a go. But like there's still some just one more step you have to do, one more thing you have to do that might feel a little bit difficult or might take a lot of your like passion or your energy, but there is space for it to like work out. There's a lot of room for it to work out. All right, so let's get a oracle card. This is my Witch Tools oracle card since you have the magician. Um, but this deck is gonna just give us some like rituals or tools that could help you with the situation or just in life in general right now. All right, we've got powder. Sprinkle for protection. Use it to guard your space and energy. So the cards are asking you to be protective of the situation. If you are a spiritual person and you use like powders or salts to protect spaces, like I use black salt to protect spaces, then use that or just like be protective of the situation, if that makes sense for you. Divine Goddess, thank you for the emojis. Welcome to the reading. And thank you for subscribing. I think you subscribed the other day. And Julia, I think I said hi to you already. All right. So let's see what else what other spiritual tools or rituals the cards would like for you. Incense, purify your space. Let smoke carry your prayers and intentions. So cleansing and protection is what the cards are saying right now for whatever the situation is, whether it be money or romance or whatnot. But you want to just like, if you need to clear the air by saying something, then do that. Or if like using sacred like smoke cleansing is something that you do, then do that around you. But do cleansing and protection for the situation or just for your in your world. All right, so let's do some more. We've got chalice, embrace the flow of emotions, find balance in your spiritual practice. Also stay hydrated, like, or, using like different potions or if that makes sense for you. But this chalice means just being present for the difficult emotions. Where was that devil that we had? Because you did have that a little bit of devil energy. Um, can't find word for the card, but nonetheless, so this chalice, like being present for your emotions, like when you're like processing the anxiety and you're not trying to control an uncontrollable situation or shift the way a situation works out in in a way that doesn't make sense or is overbearing, that's going to lead you to the difficulty. But using things like cleansing, using things like balancing your emotions, and just being protective of what you say, protective of yourself in the situation also. Um, let's get some more rituals or tools you might want to use. If anybody has any questions they would like me to ask the cards for them, they can drop it in the chat. We've got wand, direct your will, let your intention shape your reality, which is a little bit funny because like I've been saying, go with the flow, but use your energy, use your mind, just use your mind, just use your intentions, just like put your heart into it, and let your spiritual energies, but not trying to be too manipulative of the situation in the material world. um, all right, folks. So I am going to switch the reading now. If you've got a question, you can drop it in the comments and I will answer it. But if you are watching now, thank you so much for watching. And if you like this reading, subscribe because I go live very frequently, at least 3 or 4 times a week, and or I drop videos every single day. All right, so I will answer questions for folks in the comments. Divine Goddess says, I would like to know why your boyfriend attacks you. He is an Aries and wants to separate after 4 years. I'm going to say I'm not like a social worker or a therapist or anything like that. But I will say if somebody is attacking you, like get the F away from them. I'm going to pull a card as to why he does this, but like get the F away from him. He doesn't. You deserve better. You are so much like more sacred and important than like getting that sort of treatment. So, but what we've got in terms of why he does that is the star, the world, and the lovers. This is because he has to process something. This is like deep, I think, generational trauma because we've got the star, which indicates like divine, spiritual, like type connections. The world is this like cycle that needs to be processed, and the lovers. So here's the thing, this is a cat deck, and it's two cute cats representing the lovers. But in the traditional Rider Waite deck, the devil card and the lovers card are almost identical because it's like both, even in the lovers card, it's the devil standing there with like his hands over two people's like heads, you know? And so what I'm gonna say is like with that, where did the cards go? So this is, like I said, spirituality, this is cycles, and this is like within relationships, but also like a similar devil energy. Divine Goddess, the World card looks exactly like your cat, Anubis. Oh, cute. Okay. Well, I hope that like resonates even more for you. Like it makes even more sense. But if somebody is attacking, like your boyfriend or anybody's attacking you, get the F away from them. Get out of there. Like your safety, physical, emotional, spiritual attacks are a real thing. All of that is the most important thing, and you deserve better. And I'm glad you have your cat. I hope your cat is able to help protect you. But yeah, let that relationship go. I'm not a therapist, like I said, so I'm not qualified to give advice, whatever. But you deserve better than that. Totally, I can tell already. Do you have any other questions, or does anybody else have any other questions they want to drop in the chat, and I'll answer them if you've got any questions. This reading will be available for rewatching once it finishes processing, so you'll be able to watch the replay. But I will answer some questions because I have some time. Oh, he's verbally abusive? Well, you don't deserve that either, divine goddess. You're literally a divine goddess. And I don't know if you could hear, but like a dog just started barking. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and this is a loud place. But like that, like when I hear sounds like that when I'm doing readings like this and it just kind of goes when I say something, to me, that means spirit is like, yes, yes, yes. So even if he's verbally abusive, like, screw that guy. Get out of there. You deserve better. I can tell. I can tell already. You deserve better. Does anybody have any questions they want to ask? Like specific questions? I'll stick on the reading for a little bit and answer any. Divine says you had no place to go. Oh, and you took advantage of it. Oh, I'm sorry that happened. I hope that you have somewhere that you can go now that is safe. Because like yeah, you don't deserve that. You're very, very welcome. Does anybody else have any questions they would like to ask? I'll stick around for a little bit longer. And also, I was talking about cleansing and protection earlier. I have a video about cleansing and protection that you can find under my videos. It's on the landing page of my page if you're interested. Uh, Brittany Sturgirl, welcome to the reading. What does Spirit want to tell you? Oh, okay. That's a very good question. The Five of Wands. Be protective of yourself. Be protective of your ideas, of your passions. Even not saying that there's like somebody coming after them, but what I'm saying is sometimes we have to really like defend and protect our ideas in order to make them like reality. We've also got the Queen of Cups, which is like nurturing, which is creativity, which is stability, which is just being like very close to the process of the creation. So right now, Spirit wants you to be very close to it, whatever you're working on, whether it be you like your actual job or school or you're raising children or anything like that. A relationship. Spirit wants you to just be very present for that emotionally, and appreciate the beauty of what's coming, of what's in it, because the Queen of Cups is about so much beauty. But yeah, protect all of that and have boundaries. If you're not used to having boundaries, it can sometimes feel like you're being mean or something by giving somebody a boundary. But having a boundary is actually means that you want to have that person in your life, because if somebody's doing something and you feel like you need to have a boundary, that means like you can't keep doing that forever, right? So the when we give somebody a boundary, that means we want them to be around longer. We want the relationship to have like staying power. So a boundary, like if you need to put a boundary or give a boundary at work, like if you're working too much, you don't want to burn yourself out. You have to take care of your health, and you have to take care of like your mental and your physical and spiritual health. And if you're working too much, you might not be able to do that. So spirit wants you to just be very present and protective of yourself. Beautiful question, and thank you for coming to the reading. If anybody else has any questions, they can drop them in the comments and I will answer them for you. Any specific questions? Thank you for the heart, Brittany. I appreciate it. Divine Goddess, greetings from you and your cat, Anubis. Thank you. Yes, until next time. Well, thank you for coming. And if anybody has the reading, will be available for replay as soon as it's done processing. But if you have any questions, like specific ones, you can drop it in the chat and I will answer them. I'll stay on for a little bit longer. And I've also got a ton of other readings for every single sign. So if you need any guidance, you can always go through those. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap up the reading then. Thank you, everybody, for coming and for watching. Thank you, Divine Goddess, Brittany Sturgill, and who else came today? Julia V5 and Funcool 7777. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to be posting videos. I don't think I'm going to go live tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye, folks.